Hi friends, in our time together today, I'm going to share some of the YouTube channels I follow for the whistle. Primarily low whistle, but also just the whistle in general. Um, and I want to know what other channels you follow. Uh, I think this world we live in is crazy. It's wonderful. You know, when I was young, first learning to play the saxophone, I had to practice at home. I was in the band, and I learned to play before I was allowed in the band because you couldn't be in the band till you were a little older than when I first learning to play at 7. But I got professional lessons. And so my folks would have to drive me to the lessons. And we'd sit through the lesson, and I spent the rest of the week practicing the stuff from the music book that I was learning. And we'd go back and we'd do it again. And then I joined a band and we did more stuff with other folks. But I didn't have things like YouTube that you could turn to. Now I could listen to records of people playing the saxophone and imitate them, which I did a lot of, because that's how you're going to learn stuff. But in today's world, we have community through an online experience. I think that's brilliant. I appreciate you all add comments and content and share ideas with me, ask questions. That all helps me so much. It's really great to know and to hear and to learn. Anyway, I'm so thankful for communities like ours. And but I'm really also, since I'm a fan of community, since my main purpose is to learn and to help you learn, then I want to recommend to you folks who will also help you learn in case you're not following them as well. So I'll recommend a few folks, and I'd love to hear some of your recommendations. But I have some criteria because the landscape gets huge. The criteria for me that I'm sharing from, and you can expand yours more, YouTube channels, individuals who provide whistle reviews, teach some songs, teach some skills, not focused on being a professional who's wants you to sign up for music lessons, not a store or a manufacturer. Now, with that said, I follow a lot of stores and a lot of manufacturers and a lot of professionals. But my criteria of what I'm sharing with you today are individuals who are going to talk about skills, introduce tunes, and whistles. And there are a lot more that I'm sharing that I follow, but I'm just going to share a few of my primaries. And remember, please let me know some of the folks that you follow as well. So anyway, I'll add in the notes to this video links to each of the folks I mentioned. So first, I follow Sean Cunningham, whistle tutor, and I imagine most of you do as well. I really appreciate Sean's work because Sean, in some ways, Sean's on the edge of my list because Sean is a professional musician. But that's okay because Sean's not promoting professional musician services through his channel. I have another one or two that are on the edge, and I'll explain that too. But Sean is, his entire musical focus is on traditional Irish music, a whistle player and a flute player. And I think that is great. Most of the things he teaches are the whistle. His focus is more the high whistle and high whistle. He does some mid-range and some low. And I noticed that Sean's doing a little bit more low whistles, because the landscape of wonderful low whistles is growing and growing. And that's great. That's why folks like me want to provide whistle reviews, because you've got so many amazing options. But anyway, Sean does a great job. He teaches skills, he teaches tunes, and does some reviews mainly of high whistles and a couple low. So follow Sean if you don't. I should say obviously, but I also follow Stephanie Burton. That is her YouTube channel is Cutie Pie, and you probably follow her. She does a great job introducing whistles to us, high and low. Uh, I think she does a ton of low whistles, which I really appreciate. And she'll do tunes, and she's not limited to just traditional music. She's got a real wide range of music that Stephanie introduces. That's great. I think that's really good. And Stephanie does teach some skills, and so that's all really, really nice. So I imagine you follow her, but the thing I appreciate most about Cutie Pie is that she's at the forefront of popularizing the whistle as an instrument. And I think anytime you make the instrument we love more acceptable, more popular to a broader audience, I think that's great because it's helping our communities grow of players and those who appreciate the instrument. Now, I also follow Nathaniel Dowell. Nathaniel, I would say, is on the edge, but he's getting more in the middle. I hope. Come on, Nathaniel. I like what he does a lot. Nathaniel is focused on whistle introductions and reviews. And that's the main reason that Nathaniel made my list, because he has a phenomenal collection of low whistles, low D whistles. And they are among the best low D whistles ever made. And he talks about them, he compares them, he plays them, and he has an amazing collection that he shares with us. So if you want to know what a low whistle sounds like, man, you need to hook up with Nathaniel. Nathaniel has started to do a little bit more of sharing some of his learning of tunes and some of the skills he knows. And he always, when he's talking about introducing a whistle, we'll talk about some skills that he's learning. And now, Nathaniel will be the first to tell you he's not a professional traditional musician. Well, how many of us are, right? And that's another thing. I love we're helping each other learn and grow and become better. So anyway, Nathaniel, if you want to know about low D whistles and you want to hear the best low D whistles played and reviewed, you should follow Nathaniel. Good job, Nathaniel. And I also really like the really casual approach to his channel. I think that's a blast. So anyway, and one more I'll mention today, and that is Frank Medrano. Now, Frank is French, and so his primary language is French, and most of his whistles, most of his videos are in French. But when he's playing, you know, his whistles in his videos in music. I'm adding Frank to the list. I mean, he is, I believe, a professional musician, as well as he's another job as well. He doesn't really do many reviews, but he introduces skills and he introduces tunes, and he does do some videos in English. My main reason for enjoying watching his videos is he is able to play the low whistle about as effortlessly and freely and quickly as almost anyone I've ever seen. His skills are amazing. So I love to watch him. I grow as much by watching him as much as I do by listening to him. So anyway, we've talked about things like following recorded sessions on YouTube. That's in a different video. Again, I'm not listing stores. I follow people that aren't even whistle players, because they're introducing the feel and the mood and the flow of traditional Irish music. And I'm not here. There are a number of professionals that I follow as well, but these are the main folks who are teaching that I stick with and follow. And there are some people I follow that are teaching tunes only. Their sole gig is teaching tunes. I didn't include any of them because that opens up a whole nother world of people to follow. And I wanted, in this video, I'm promoting people that do that broader range of things. So my friends, who else do you follow? Please add comments. You see, since we are in a world where you can learn from many people, and I am thankful that you're with me in this community, but I also want us all to expand our horizons. Who else do you know that I've not listed that is worth following and learning from? And I'll include links to all the people I mention in the notes to this video. Until next time, my friends, this is Scott Shade. Happy whistling and happy whistle community.